Hello and welcome to Nintendo Pals Podcast episode 32. Tonight, we talk Pacman 99, expensive gaming purchases, what's up Nintendo's sleeve for E3, and our hopes for Mario Kart 9. That and more. I really like the tilting camera effect there, which made it look like your head was bopping instead of actually bopping your head.
I decided it was easier to just move my phone a little bit.
Well, I am Andross, and I am joined tonight by fellow Nintendo pal, Micah.
Yep.
And we are just us tonight. We had to kind of do some weird schedule changes. But yeah, thanks. So we're recording on a different day than normal, but we're getting it done.
In the closet.
Yeah. Yeah, Micah is currently out of town. So rather than the typical jam room closet, he's in just a closet.
Yep. A lot of shoes in here.
Yes. Well, how's your trip going, man?
That's pretty good. A lot of chilling. Swam in a... Well, I guess not really swam, but I sat in a jacuzzi, and it was already like 90 degrees outside because my nieces really wanted to, and it was so hot.
Yeah, because you're currently in Arizona, right?
Arizona, yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be real warm right now.
Yeah, it wasn't even heated, I'm pretty sure, but it was just like an oven with the cover on. I pull it off, it's like 300 degrees in there.
Good grief. Yeah, it's not a jacuzzi weather in Arizona.
They enjoyed themselves for about 10 minutes, and then they started to overheat, I think, and had enough.
Pass out. It's
Yeah.
Boiling. Yeah. The weather has been nice and toasty here as well. We went to the pool, which was in our community, which is freezing. It is super cold.
Oh, really?
I don't think they heat the pool, so we just have to wait for the warmth of the sun to eventually warm it back up to swimmable temperatures. It's swimmable. Like, my son was just all in, like having a blast, but I was like not even going anywhere up to my knees. I'm like, it's too cold.
Seems like cold pools don't really seem to affect children.
Yeah, it's true. Unless it's cold outside as well. But it was nice. It's been nice weather. He got a slip and slide for Easter, so
nice.
We have been using that, and yeah, that's been fun. It's been starting to get that summer-ish feel. It's spring, but we'll get there to the nice warm weather. And then I guess since we last recorded, I did want to shout out and say thanks to everybody who joined us for the community game night that we had. Let's see, when did we do that? That would have been
Friday.
Last Friday, the 2nd, April 2nd. And yeah, we had a pretty good turnout. We had a big enough group to do Among Us with the new map, and it felt like a good sized group. We had space for 2 more, I think. So 8 people for Among Us.
That I wasn't able to make it.
And
sound like fun.
And 8 people for Mario Kart. And then prior to that, we did a little warm-ups with Smash, and that was fun. So we will be hosting more of those. Probably try and do those at least once a month. Maybe we'll try and do them a little bit more than that. It's funny because it was like we've done multiple community game nights, and it seems like the group is entirely different people when we played from the first couple. So if we can get all of those people in at the same time, we'll have like a huge
Yeah. Well,
group
one
going.
group plays with us and realizes, man, these guys are just a couple of chumps.
and then they leave and a new group comes
in. Yeah.
Well, if you would like to be one of those new groups, just kidding. Now, if you would like to hop onto our Discord, you can do that. Links to that are in the description of the podcast. We get sweet mugs. That's not true, but this was made by a Discord community member. Shout out to Molly in the Discord.
Molly. I
Molly.
legitimately thought it was Malay for the longest.
But so we have a sweet little community over there, and definitely give a hearty invite and welcome to anybody who would like to join. It's totally family friendly, non toxic, great community of people.
And it's free.
And it's free. Yes. You can also, if you're not on the Discords, you can follow us on Instagram. We're on Twitter and now on TikTok. So, which our TikTok stuff got a lot of views all of a sudden. I don't know what I did, but
you
cool.
Did it right, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah, it was Jesse from last episode. Just having his face on it ups the view count by like 300. So, thanks.
All these people just face searching for Jesse.
Yeah.
Where they can find him.
Yes, that's exactly what's happening. So yeah, I wanted to lead the show off, inviting people to hop on over to the Discord, because if you don't listen all the way to the end, you might not hear that we have an open invite for that, and it's a blast over there. Definitely enjoy. Anyone and everyone can come. So with that, let's jump on over to the first segment of our show, which is Whatcha Playin. And I guess I can start off this Whatcha Playin section. I have jumped on to the 2 remaining Marios that I have not played.
Nice.
And that is Super Mario Bros. 3 on the NES Online app and New Super Mario Bros. 2. And I gotta tell you, Super Mario Bros. 3 is really good. It's a good game. I am surprised. Like, I just got to the level with I just beat the world that had like the giant Goombas and turtles, and I was like, it just kind of blew my mind when I came in and they're just like all huge. Everything is huge on the world. I was like, what?
It started earlier than you thought.
I just didn't know that was in the game. I didn't know. I don't think I've ever made it past World 1 in Super Mario Bros. 3. So I am now on World 6, I believe. So getting up there. I'm gonna finish that one. Yeah, there's so many staples to the franchise that were introduced in that game. It's very cool. And then New Super Mario Bros. 2 is definitely New Super Mario Bros. 2. It's like exactly the same as New Super Mario Bros. It feels very, very similar. Different levels, obviously, but even down to like how the enemies kidnap Peach and then run to the middle castle and then run to the end castle. It's all like copy paste.
It's just essentially DLC levels.
That is what it feels like. Yes, exactly. Also, I guess I can lead with some complaints on that one. The use of 3D in that game is so lazy and bad. Like, you turn the 3D slider on the 3DS up, and what it does is blurs the background and makes it go farther back. And so, I mean, it's technically 3D, but it's like, this was shoehorned in bad. Like, it's not good. And then, so turning the slider down, the background comes into focus. It's like, whoa.
Wow, it's so far away that it's blurry.
Yeah.
Wow, 3D.
Yeah, 3D. And they have these levels that are the like shortcut levels. In New Super Mario Bros. 1, you jump in a cannon and it shoots you to the next world. This has the cannon and it does shoot you, but you have to play a level. The cannon shoots you into an auto Mario level where you're running. You can't stop running and you have to do jumps and land all the jumps properly. It's pretty cool, but those are the most annoying and difficult levels in the game. Like, it's a good idea, but not.
Kind of makes sense that it's difficult if you're planning on skipping a bunch of levels.
I guess. Yeah. It just seems like you have to work kind of hard to find them and get to them. So that should be the
You've
difficult
already
part.
put in your hard work.
Yeah, I've already worked hard. I don't want to work hard anymore. And then the special worlds that those take you to, I like. the laziest design for the map I've ever seen. It's just straight up like a colored background with like floating outlines of mushrooms and floating outlines of fire flowers.
I mean, sounds real cool. Nice
I'm
t-shirt.
describing it way. My description of it is like 1,000 times cooler than it actually looks. I'm just like, it's so lazy. I like they didn't design an actual map. The levels are all really fun and good. I'm really enjoying it. Like I really like the new Super Mario Bros. Games. I know a lot of people are like, oh, there's too many in that style. I'm okay with it, and I really enjoy them. I enjoyed the DS, and I'm liking the 3DS version as well. Lots of coins. That's their thing. Coins everywhere. I have not even come close to running out of lives. It's just like money everywhere.
If only it's that way in real life.
Yeah. So besides those, I played some Fortnite. Played a bit with some folks out from the community, and I finally saw some dinosaurs. They're
Nice.
terrifying. They're terrifying, man. Especially when they can start charging you. I run into a house, close the door, and they just bust down the wall. I'm like running up the stairs and like shooting at them while doing it, and I was like, "This is like Jurassic Park, man. It's just crazy." Yeah. Let's see, what else have we been playing? Mario, not Mario. I wanted to say Mario Party. No, I've been playing Wii Party U, which really great. I am enjoying it, and all the. I started off on I think I talked about it last time. What's it called? Gamepad Island
Oh yeah.
with like all the fancy rolling that you had to do. That was not a good one to start with. There were the other games in in that grouping of games are way better than that one. That one's fun, but the other ones are just like so much more fast paced and
Yeah.
don't have as many transferring the gamepad back and forth. This one where you go around a board and then you pass go essentially, like
Sounds
Monopoly.
really
But when you hit that go space, it's a fashion show, and you all the rest of the spaces on the board are well, not all the rest, but around the board are shops where you collect costume pieces, and you're trying to get full costume outfits. Each piece is worth points, but if you get a full set of that matches, it's double all the points that you would have gotten once you get to the
interesting.
fashion show. And then you play mini games to try and get the first picks at different outfit selections and stuff. It's really fun. It feels very Mario Party like, even though the core mechanic of like getting costumes is different. The best costume you can get is Mario. So you get like a Mario hat and Mario overalls and shoes. So yeah, that's a fun one. And then the mini games in that are all pretty fun. They do a lot of fun stuff with the gamepad. Really lean into the gimmicks there. And is that all I've been playing? I think so. Besides
Oh, you're so
Fortnite.
Nintendo fan, and that's like all you've played.
Yeah, that's all I've played is Mario. Yeah, so the ones on my list to beat are New Super Mario Bros. 2, um, Mario Super Mario Bros. 3, and Mario Sunshine. And I have not gone back to Sunshine since that last traumatizing experience.
Where you just had too much fun, and you just didn't know if you could ever
I,
top it.
I can't handle all this fun I am having.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I guess I also played a little bit of Fortnite. I think I actually only played 2 matches. In the first match, I landed and got attacked by a Spire assassin like right away. So I had like a green makeshift shotgun and a group of eggs, and then not eggs, grenades. And then some raptors came running in, looked like they're going to attack them. I was like, sweet, I'm just gonna back out of here into this house. And the raptor gets right up to them and then just turns and starts charging at me. So I throw a couple. Well, actually, I just threw one grenade down and then ran around a corner. And right as my grenade went off, the Spire assassin broke the wall. So the grenade was just sitting there, like 0.2 feet away and just blew me out.
Oh no.
That was pretty rough. Almost a rage quit right there, but then I played one more and I ended up getting like 11 eliminations, and I was like, you know what? I think this is a good one to end on.
Yeah. We played with a group of 3 of us, and we did trios and just got absolutely walloped. And Morgan, who's in the playing group, was like, "We should just play squads. I'm fairly certain it's easier on squads than it is on trios." And she is 100% right. Like we won every match of squads we played, but for some reason, and with just 3 of us, but for some reason in trios we were getting just walloped.
That's interesting.
Yeah, I don't know why. I don't know what the difference is. Like,
well, I mean,
but...
all these competitive players, they don't have that many friends, so they
right,
can only get up to like trios.
Right.
They never have enough for a full squad.
Yeah.
Besides that, I'd been thinking back about Celeste. I was like, man, Celeste, that's such a great game.
So you played some more?
I'm gonna go back and play some more of that, and I'm gonna start on the very last level.
Oh, that's a mistake.
That's just how I roll. And 5 minutes later, I was like, wow, memories can really be deceiving because this game is just a steaming pile of garbage. But I then remembered you can grab onto walls and like climb up and down them a little bit and some other things. And once I got some of the rust off, I remembered how great it was. But yeah, that last level is just as hard as, if not harder than I remembered.
But you missed out on the community game night. Did you wait? But I guess before I jump over there, did you play anything else besides Celeste? And
I'm trying to remember if I played a little bit of Valheim. If that was between our recordings, or I think we played some right after we made our last podcast episode. I think.
Yeah.
We sailed across the ocean with a cargo ship or a longboat full of iron ingots.
I'm pretty sure we talked about that last time.
Was that?
That's sure.
Not familiar.
I don't know, but we did
that. Maybe we played some right before the podcast, but yeah.
Oh, then we're getting to be old men that can't remember when we did what. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, I think that's no Rocket League this week. I don't think.
I'm proud of you, man. That's a good. It's an accomplishment. So I'll talk a little bit about the community game night. We started off with Smash Bros. Joined with LPD, and he had some family that was playing as well, and I believe Chris from the Discord also joined us for some rounds of that. And then we had the a full group for Mario Kart doing a tournament. Did we do a tournament last time we did the community? Oh, looks like I lost Micah. Well, so we did the Mario Kart community or Mario Kart, what are they called? You set up like tournaments, and anybody can join into the tournament at any time during your specified time frame. And so we did that because I wasn't sure how many people were going to join. We had a lot of people vote to play Mario Kart. So I was like, I don't know if it's going to be more. You can have a room of up to 12, but if you do this tournament, you can have even more than that. So definitely want to get a huge group together and try and like max out the functionality on that. That would be fun to do more with that. Had a blast. It felt pretty even. Everybody was doing pretty good. And we had like lots of shifting with the points. Nice. Oh, you're back.
I'm back.
I was just kind of going. I wasn't sure if you could actually hear me, but anyways, that was Mario Kart, and then we finished up with Among Us, and the new map is really fun.
Man, yeah, I haven't even tried it out yet.
We had it set up with 8 of us and 2 imposters. The 2 imposters won like every time. So then we're like, okay, well, we'll set it just to 1 imposter. And they almost won. Like, they were this close to winning. But we ended up finishing all our tasks in time. It was like such a close game, and it feels like that map is big enough that just one imposter would be good. Maybe if there were 10 of us, I don't know. It's just really big. Yeah. It's a big map. Like, it feels like 2 or 3 times bigger than the original map.
Oh, dang.
And it's kind of hard to get to some spots. You have to walk in like big, huge circles to get to things.
Did you end up using the vents at all when you were an imposter? I like never use those.
I don't think I was the imposter at all. So yeah. The thing on this level was that the meeting room has like one way to get to it, and it's at the very top of the map. It's not very central, and my opinion is that it's bad design. That needs to be more central, so it's actually getting used. No one was using it because it was just so far away. You're not ever doing tasks up there. There's like a couple. So
sounds like I wouldn't like that. I very much so like just call meetings every once in a while.
Yeah, reset the kill cooldown.
And everyone always gives me grief about it. Until I don't do it, and suddenly like 7 people are dead. And we find a bot.
Yeah. Yeah, seriously. Yeah, so that was a blast. Community game, that was fun. And while I have my Switch open, I also remembered that I played Ring Fit Adventure between our last recording, and I am trying to get back into it. It kicked my butt. I was super sore, but it was really fun. I did the dance game, the like DLC.
Rhythm.
Yeah, and I also did just another couple levels in the adventure mode. And then also did some Clubhouse 51 games online. I've been like jumping onto that when I want to do something fast.
Oh yeah.
Play a couple rounds online.
Play like 10 minutes or so.
I played like 6 rounds of golf with some stranger on the internet. And we were pretty evenly matched. They won the first 2, and then we tied, and I won the last 3, something like that. Maybe they're a listener, and they're going to be like, absolutely not. I won all of them. Yeah, so that was fun. Yeah, so that's what I have been playing and what we've been playing with the community. So hop on over to Discord if you would like to join up for the next community game night. And with that, let's hop over to the Nintendo news. We've actually got quite a bit of news coming on. Let's start with, I guess I should have transitioned here. Pacman 99. I got a chance to play that yesterday. Very briefly. Played like 6 rounds, maybe. I have no idea what's going on in that game, man. It's there's so much happening on the screen. It's like
eat pellets, yo.
Yeah, you eat the pellets. Oh, that's what you're supposed to do.
Do eating pellets actually do anything? So I know you're just like supposed to survive.
I don't know. I don't know. The
like,
systems are all very
confusing. I wasn't
confusing.
able to play.
So I do know that you can attack other players, and what happens is a little Pac-Man appears on their screen, because I got attacked a lot. There are a lot of little Pac-Mans, and they'll sit for the first part of the match. They'll just sit there, and when you run into them, they slow you down a little bit, which can be detrimental if you're getting chased by a ghost, and if there's like a stack of those Pac-Mans, so you're just like running through sand basically. And then it gets to a point where they start moving, and they'll like chase you down and slow you down. And then I died twice to their final form. They turn red and can kill you.
Oh, nice. So you kind of want to use them up then.
They disappear every time you get a big dot.
Oh,
those
okay.
Big dots.
Yeah, save your life.
Yeah, and every time you grab a fruit, it like resets the board, and they'll put some like extra ghosts in it that will let you. So when you get the big dot, you just like get like a snake of ghosts. I don't know what any of it does. There's just tons of flashing Pac-Mans everywhere on my screen. I'm like, half the time I died, it was because there were so many of those on my screen, I didn't see the ghost. Like it was like, oh shoot, there's a ghost there, and it's just like, oh, I'm dead. So that's Pac-Man 99.
It sounds like blast.
Yeah, I don't know how I felt about it. But I will say that I checked out the store, that like the DLC that you can get, And this game is loaded with some really cool custom skins that you can buy that are just filled with other Namco games. And it changes all the assets in the game to be that. So if you buy the Galaga pack, it changes Pacman into the spaceship. It changes the ghosts into the Galaga aliens. And the map is now in space with little asteroids for walls instead of the walls. Like a complete visual overhaul. And there's that for tons of games. They had Dig Dug. I was like, oh, that's pretty sweet.
Oh, yeah. That's the one I would want.
Yeah, it changes it to a Dig Dug map. They look really cool. And I was like, this is what I want for like Tetris 99 and for Mario 35. This custom skins, they were $2 a piece. So if you're like really into one of those games and want it to look like that, I feel like that's a pretty good price point. Maybe 99 cents would be a better price point since it's just like a skin difference. But I mean, Fortnite charges like $20 for a skin
for some of it.
So
yeah, I feel like it's $2. That's not bad.
It's not,
especially compared to some other games.
Yeah. So that's Pacman 99. Definitely give that one a shot if you like Pacman and if you like 99 Battle Royale games. Battle Royale games with 99s.
Yeah, or if you just like the number 99, give it a try.
So, speaking of numbers, someone made a huge number length Switch. I'm talking about a 6-foot long, 65-pound Nintendo Switch. Now, what's cool about this is that it actually has workable Joy-Cons attached to the side that when you push the buttons, they interact. So you're playing on just this giant flat screen TV.
But can you detach them?
That is a good question. No, you can't. I believe they are locked in place, and it's not actually a touchscreen.
Like a Switch Lite, then.
Yeah. It's not actually a touchscreen, which I was a little disappointed by, but I can see why. Because what it actually does is in the left Joy-Con is a dock with a switch, and it's engineered so the buttons actually press the buttons on the switch, on the Joy-Cons in the little pocket.
Assuming the screen's just like a big TV.
Yeah. It was cool. The gentleman that made that, who I did not write down his name, I'll put that in the description. Credit to that individual. He donated it to a children's hospital. So that was cool.
Oh, that's cool.
So all these kids can be playing the 6-foot Nintendo Switch. Yeah. So let's talk about some stupid expensive money. Micah, did you see these news articles? I
did about the Charizard.
Yes. So yeah, we'll talk about the holographic Charizard card, which was in mint condition. I think it's like a 9.6 out of 10 on the card quality scale. And this card sold for $300,000.
Yeah, I'm thinking I need to go and look through my old Pokemon cards now.
And the funny thing is that's not even the most expensive Pokemon card ever sold. I think we've talked about it before on the show.
The Illustrator Pikachu or something?
It's actually a Blastoise. Holographic Blastoise from the original set.
Wow.
Which I believe went for like 400 something.
Yeah, are there any like holographic first edition semi beat up Snorlaxes selling for that kind of cash? Yeah,
probably not.
I got one of those.
Yeah. So
that's crazy though.
It's crazy. This is just at the end of the day, it's a piece of cardboard with a picture on it.
With some glitter.
It's kept in really good condition, but can you imagine just going? Well, let's talk about this next purchase first. The most expensive video game thing ever sold at this point, I believe, is this unopened Super Mario Bros. Game. The original Super Mario Bros. Game. Unopened. It was bought and put into a drawer for Christmas, and the drawer was never opened again, I guess. And then they opened it some 30 years later and decided to put it up for auction, and it sold for $660,000.
It's just absurd.
What would you?
How many more of those do you think are just like chilling in some random attic somewhere?
I feel like I missed an opportunity to just like buy Mario and just forget and just put it away.
Yeah.
Man, it's crazy expensive. Like just crazy amounts of money for this thing. I don't know. Like, what would you do if you suddenly just got $660,000?
Yeah, I buy some games, I guess.
I'd buy another one.
Fury. Yeah, just get a.
Oh, well, now I don't have my copy of Super Mario Bros., so I'll go buy another one of those. For what, like $50 on eBay? It's like crazy.
Or even get a near mint condition one for like 10,000 or something. I don't know.
It just hurts me a little bit to see that kind of money and just go, man, I wish. Just instant gain.
Everyone check your drawers and your basements and attics.
Check your parents' basements and attics.
Oh yeah.
That's the lesson here. So that's cool. All their kids' college are paid for. So sweet. So moving on from this, just I don't really know what to say. Like, it's just crazy amounts of money being sold, and it's cool to see gaming stuff go for that much, but also like, holy cow, that's so much money.
Yeah,
to be spending on this. Yeah, I don't know. I think I think if you're spending that kind of money, like, I don't know where it's going. It better be in like a bulletproof glass case wherever it is.
Yeah. They got their own vault just for
the Nintendo vault. Well, moving on from that, we got also news for Fall Guys teased a collaboration with Shovel Knight. And they did it with like this like first person view of playing as the Fall Guy, and he finds a shovel, and then it starts playing the music, and it's like, guess who we're collaborating with? I'm like, oh, that's gonna be pretty sweet. That's awesome. Fall Guys comes to the Switch this July. And hopefully this Shovel Knight collaboration will be about the same time.
Yeah, hope so.
Yeah. And in other gaming, actual software gaming news, Lego Star Wars: The Skywalker Saga has been delayed indefinitely.
I'm just crushed.
Well, did you play Lego Star Wars? I don't.
I've played like a few minutes of a couple different Lego Star Wars. It seems like everyone says they're incredible, and they just seem okay.
I played through the entire Lego Star Wars 2, which was the original trilogy, and then also had the like complete saga 1 through 6 on the DS. And the Lego Star Wars 2 is so good. It might have just been timing when I played it, but they are fun like co-op beat 'em up games, I guess.
Yeah.
For what they are, they're good. I don't understand why this is getting delayed so much and so long. Because this is supposed to be just combining all of the games, right? I think that when I looked into it, it looked like there was no 8 and 9. There was no Lego Star Wars 8, Episode 8 and 9. So they're making those ones, but the rest of it's just the old games with new polish. So if they're delaying it this much, because it was supposed to come out last year, I believe, COVID caused delays there, but now it's just being like delayed indefinitely. really makes me think that they're going to do a big overhaul for it, and I hope so. Otherwise, this delay is going to be like very why why it took so long. But
that or they just like forgot how to program.
like, how did we make this game?
Yeah,
I mean, it's only like our 20th Lego game.
yeah. Seems like they'd be pretty good at pumping those out.
Yeah, they've made some drastic improvements. I did play a little bit of the Clone Wars Lego Star Wars one, and that one introduced split screen, which was really nice. So I don't know. I'm hoping this delay means that this is going to be a really good game.
Yeah, I'm fully expecting photorealistic graphics.
it's
But
just like
like
it's just like
Lego.
stop motion Legos.
Oh no, I mean they look like real people, except in Lego form. So kind of horrifying.
Yeah, kind of horrifying. And the last bit of news we have to cover, which was in the rumor section until yesterday, Animal Crossing Build-A-Bears. In the rumor mill, we had rumored all these, like, guys are like, we're going to have Isabell, you're going to have KK Slider, you're going to have this and this, like all of these things teased. And turns out what we get is Isabell and Tom Nook. And that's it. The Tom Nook one, man, he looks so sad because of his eyes. You know, he's just like, he's just got the like, here I am, Tom Nook. Look. And yeah, so that's all that we have as far as news goes. I am a little disappointed that there weren't more villager options. I was kind of hoping that there would be more than just Isabell and Tom.
More than two.
At least KK Slider. I don't know, or like Timmy Tommy maybe.
Yeah, although they're practically the same. So
I guess.
Although it would have been extra easy, you just say this one's Timmy and this one's Tommy, and they're just the
Make
same.
them smaller. Yeah, it should be extra easy. Whatever, Build-A-Bear, you do what you want with your two choices, where you get to build your bear however you want.
Yeah, it'd been kind of cool if you could just take different villagers' body parts, make your own villager.
Zombify your villager.
Yeah.
With that, let's move to the rumor mill. And starting off in the rumor mill, we've got some ESRB ratings out there for a couple different games. One, Life is Strange now has a Switch ESRB rating. And Borderlands. I was going to say Overwatch. That's not the same game. Borderlands 3 also has a rating for the Switch, which is interesting and makes it seem like those games are coming. But you gotta wonder why Life is Strange was not announced when they did all the Life is Strange news with the Square Enix Presents.
Yeah. It was maybe some intern somewhere or something. Just also added.
Oh shoot!
Switch.
I forgot. Oh! They added Switch to the rating board.
Yeah, like which consoles do we have like ratings for? Well, just put them all.
Could totally be a thing. Yeah. I actually let me check real quick because I believe someone corrected this exact thing in the news.
I feel like that's happened at some point with some games.
Yes. So yes, that's exactly. It's this game. Life is Strange. Oh no! That was Life is Strange True Colors. Life is Strange True Colors had a Switch listing, but it does not anymore for the rating board. Yeah. So it just makes me think, okay, maybe it's because Nintendo wants it in their own direct, not in someone else's presentation. Maybe. I don't know. So hopefully those games are coming over. I'm always excited to see big titles of any kind, third party, come to Switch, show support there. Good stuff.
Yeah.
And then it wouldn't be the rumor mill if we didn't talk about the Switch Pro,
Yep.
which is like every episode at this point. Dataminers have found potential signs for Bluetooth support on the Switch dock. And they say there's no promises here, but there's like these different variables and settings in here that make it look like Bluetooth support will be coming. And I am like, hallelujah, that should have been here already.
Yeah.
It's a little weird that it doesn't have Bluetooth support, being that it's like a portable system.
Yeah. Portable except for all your peripherals.
Yeah, exactly. You got to plug in your headset, especially if you want to use like in-game chat, like Fortnite uses. Yeah. So I've got my sweet headset, my Steel Series, which works really great. I'll continue to use that regardless. But it does have, I believe this has Bluetooth functionality. Like without the dongle. It might only use the dongle. Yeah, so there's that. I don't know what your thoughts were on that.
I mean, I don't know if I don't have like anything Bluetooth, so either way, not really that big of a deal for me. I'm still just using my earbuds that came with my phone that might actually be broken, which is why I'm not using them right now.
Not for this recording.
Yeah, so
So maybe it's time to
get a new phone or something.
Pick up some Bluetooth headphones.
Just get a new phone. They come with it.
Yeah, that's true. Get some AirPods. Here, those are pretty good, pretty cool.
A couple of my siblings have gotten those, and
I have some off-brand ones that are like $15. They kind of hurt my
$15.
They kind of hurt my ears a little bit. Yeah, not like volume-wise, like they don't fit in my ears. Yes. This would be a great time if we were sponsored by like Raycon or something to introduce an ad, but we're not. So don't go buy their stuff. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, not until they sponsor us.
Not until they sponsor us.
Make sure to tell them why you're not buying their stuff.
So Switch Pro, it seems inevitable. I mean, it's coming, guys. Like, I'm excited. I'm going to be getting this day one. You know what? I'm excited for the system. I'm not excited for getting the system.
Price tag.
Because it's going to be expensive. It's going to be extremely hard to find. All the pre-orders are going to be just downed instantly. If you're not there within 30 seconds, it's going to suck. But I'm going to do it.
But it's all part of the experience.
No, that should not be part of the experience. I will say that. This online shopping era has been terrible. Bots, bleh. To all those people that do that stuff. Gosh, I feel like I have to have a bot just to get one for me. I have to like go out and make one.
Kind of nothing wrong with that.
I mean, if you're just getting one, yeah.
Yeah, just one for yourself.
Yes. And that's it for Rumor Mill. So let's move to the last segment of our show, where we have got lined up an awesome community corner. We have some really great questions this week that are going to be some good conversation pieces, I think. So super thanks to all those who submitted stuff, because these are really great. Like, I was like, oh man, we could do an entire episode on some of these questions. So let's kick things off here right away from Solo Something. He's referring to Doug Bowser's tweet on being at E3, which is why I didn't mention it in the news segment, and we'll talk about it here. Doug Bowser. Well, let's pull that up. Actually, I'll just read his tweet real quick. Give me just a sec to pull that up. Where am I right now? There we go. All right. Doug Bowser says, It's going to be great to get the video game industry back together with our fans this June. We'll make the virtual format fun and engaging. Looking forward to seeing you all in June. So, everybody's getting back together. Now let me just say right here, like, he tweeted this out. This could not mean anything. He could just be excited that E3 is happening again. But he said, we'll make the virtual format fun and engaging, which kind of implies that Nintendo's doing something or planning to do something. They've shown support for it in other spots already. There's been rumors that they're going to be there. So, E3 Direct? Oh.
They at least give some sort of direct around then, so...
I'm like trying to jump back over to Solo Something's question. Theory crafting for what E3 will give us to make us proud of our champion, Nintendo. After back-to-back feats of strength from Xbox and PlayStation. Well, now first off, let's just throw out here that Xbox and PlayStation aren't going to be there, right? Well, Xbox, I think, has said that they are going to have some stuff there, but PlayStation's not going to be there. So, you've already lost
so
PlayStation.
We don't have to do anything to win.
But what do you think? What do you think's coming? What do you think they're gonna do?
I mean, Nintendo has been talking about how they're about to have essentially their best year ever. So, there could be that Mario Kart 9.
Oh man, you're teasing to another question we have. Yeah, we'll talk more about Mario Kart. We'll talk more about Mario Kart 9. I agree with you. Something like that. Maybe that Zelda 35th.
And of course, yeah, I would at least hope they're doing something for that, and that would be a good time to let us know. But of course, I always just want to hear more about Breath of the Wild 2 and Metroid Prime 4.
I thought you were just gonna say Metroid Prime. I was like, yeah, Metroid Prime 4. Don't you think it's time for them to like say something? Show a little another teaser, maybe.
I think it's been like 2 years since they restarted.
Last I saw, this was a week or so ago, it had been 800 days since they had last talked about Metroid Prime 4. That's so wild. What? Fan. Yeah, it's kind of a rough.
No, it's rough as some though. F-Zero.
It's almost as rough as F-Zero. Almost. Yeah. I also am hoping for all those things. Hope. Sneeze. Good grief. Yeah, Breath of the Wild 2 is what I want. I want what I want.
What so you really want?
Yeah, what I really want. I wanna theory crafting. So I'm gonna kind of be realistic here. I don't think we're going to get all those things. Maybe one of those things. They're gonna have some heavy hitter. And it does seem likely that it'll be something like Mario Kart 9 or some big seller.
Next big 3D adventure. I feel like it's been a while.
Yeah, another Mario Odyssey. Well, whatever they call it next.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree on that front. And then I think we'll have like a full Nintendo Direct. I think that's pretty set, and it'll have some. Maybe that will be the time that all of these rumored third-party support games like Borderlands 3, Life is Strange, maybe some more stuff by Square. Yeah. So that's my theory, and I am thinking they're gonna try and line it up nicely with the E3 presentation. They might not. It's all virtual, so yeah.
Yeah, so I feel like they don't really have to change much of what they've been doing the last few years.
They're just going to be lining it up with their timetable, hopefully, which they didn't do last year. There was no E3 Direct. But that's the thing, is there's still going to be other events. The Summer of Gaming is still going to be happening. and those kind of are competing with each other. I, I don't know how much they are like acknowledging that it's like a direct competition, but I wonder if that will motivate both of them to do better than they've done. Because I think Summer of Gaming was a great last minute, like, let's do something this summer because games need to get announced. But it
Yeah.
was messy. We talked about it last episode with Jesse. It was just all over the place, hard to follow. So hopefully, because there's more time, they're going to tighten that up and it's going to be on like a more concise and actual schedule. And
So
maybe
you
they're
can advance without just having to like watch constantly.
yeah, yeah. And maybe the added competition to E3 itself will motivate them to do well with their digital side. I think it's good to have multiple of these. Like, as convenient as it would be for all of this to be in one spot, having multiple makes them competitive, which means they're going to do more for the audience to try and get your views there as opposed to somewhere else.
Yeah. I vote they just both covered the exact same stuff.
So you don't have to go to both.
Yeah, you can choose one or the other if you want. Still get all the gaming news.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. There's a lot of big names behind E3 all of a sudden. Even though like last time we recorded, and even this time I was like, even leading up to this, I was like, I think the damage is done, and they're not going to be super huge.
But not.
But maybe not. Maybe not. Thank you for the question, Solo Something. Hopefully we answered that. We went on all sorts of tangents there. I do think we're gonna get some big announcement like a Mario Kart 9 Wii Sports remake for Switch. Something big that's gonna be a big seller.
Yeah, I mean, with them predicting their like best year, they got to have something big, and E3 would be the time to show it.
Yeah,
So I'm excited.
and they're gonna talk about Skyward Sword HD more.
Oh yeah,
I can solidly predict that. Next question comes from Mugglemoo on the Discord. Asks, so far we have had Tetris 99, Pacman 99, and Mario 35. All the same genre of game, just with different big names. What game do you want to see as the next 99 game?
easy. Ice Climbers 99.
All right.
I want one screen. Everyone is climbing like the same screen at the same time, and it's just crazy hectic. Fall behind, you die.
That would be pretty awesome. And you can see them all, but you don't like interact with each other maybe, but you're just like racing. Kind of like the Ninja Speedrun course.
Yeah.
In Mario Maker. Yeah, that would be fun. For some reason, what came to my mind right away was Mario Kart. Mario Kart 99.
All right, that could be kind of interesting. They just need like a big wall of lava or something that's just constantly coming faster and faster.
Or you're just doing a race and you're trying to beat everybody that's in this group of 99 people. I don't know.
That's just essentially Mario Kart.
Yeah, I just want Mario Kart with 99 players.
By a wall of lava.
Yeah. But I'm thinking back to like more like arcade style games. I'd be all for Dig Dug 99.
Yeah, that's one I was thinking. I don't even know how it would work, but I do like Dig Dug.
I feel like Sonic needs to get in on this a little bit. There's some Sonic 99 somehow. I'm always for Panel de Pawn 99. That would be terrible.
I
actually.
never want to play that ever again.
You imagine just like being dropped, just instantly dead. Mega Man is another one I thought, like classic arcadey style.
I mean, I'd be all for some random Metroid Prime 99. Don't know how they would do it, but
I think like a 2D Metroid would actually work really well.
Yeah.
Like the same style as Mario, where you're going through levels. And as you kill enemies, more enemies appear on other people's screens.
not that difficult, I don't think, to make.
Super Metroid. So Super Metroid is probably the one to go with for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. That's I'm like Block
Smash Bros.
99. Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
but the problem with that is you have to have like 99 players all playing at the same time, and I just don't know if that could happen
For Plock or
for Plock.
For
Yeah.
Smash Bros. So, okay.
Oh no, for Plock.
Well, I just picture it to be like Mario 35, where you're playing solo and everybody else is playing game, and each enemy will then appear
Oh
that you
yeah, I'm
kill.
just trying to say that there are fewer than 99 Plock fans in the world.
Yeah, that's not true, but
I mean, it's kind of true.
is
Compared
there
to some
enough?
other
Is there enough to supply
Balloon Fight 99.
Balloon Fight 99? There
I
we
just
go. Let's just like
I mean, the
let's
screen would have to be like shrinking or something. You'd have to start with just this massive area of Balloon Fight
I'm
with all
just
these
gonna
people.
I am just going to like pull up the NES library and see what
See what games look
yeah
total
what
carnage. 99.
games. Oh, that would be chaos. Gradius. Oh yeah, Gradius would be good. Nothing else really comes to mind other than I would love to see a Zelda 99 of some sort. I don't know how that would work because I don't think the enemy
Yeah.
tossing would be as
And you have
fluid
to,
or
like,
nice.
sort of dungeons, and you have to like speed through the dungeon, I guess. But
Yeah. Yeah, it's just like how do you make that endless? Because I mean, I guess there's ways to do it. It resets when you're done. You have to survive the
yeah,
longest, and then I will say I think Pac-Man 99 is all right. Like I'm a little. It's not as good as Mario 35 to me. I've really liked the skin packs, like I was saying. They did a really good job with that aspect of it. But the actual gameplay, I'm like, this just doesn't fit the 99 formula very well for me. It doesn't. It's not like Tetris where it's like, oh, this is perfect. This makes sense. And Mario 35, to an extent, was like, this makes sense.
yeah. I feel like a lot of it boils down to how big of a Pac-Man fan are you?
Even then, I'd rather just play Pac-Man. I don't know. I don't know. So I don't need any more 99 games. But puzzle games lend themselves really well, and those like 2D platformers lend themselves really well to it. But
Six Marble Man Puzzle. I don't know what that game is called.
6-ball puzzle.
Six ball puzzle. For some reason, I always feel like it has man in there, and I don't know why.
So yeah, I don't know if that was really a good answer. We went all over the place. I'm gonna say my final answer is probably gonna be like classic Zelda, either the first Legend of Zelda game or Link to the Past, 99. Somehow they get that working where you can play. I would love that no matter what they did mechanically for that. I would play it. And I think
I still got to stick with my Ice Climbers 99.
that's a good pick. I don't know how many people will play that one either. but hey, to each his own for ice climbing. Thank you for the question, Mugglemoo. Next question is from LPD on Discord. Actually, it's more of a topic. He says, how about we start talking about hypothetical Nintendo Land 2? What other franchises could they integrate and how? Kid Icarus? Star Fox? Fire Emblem? That was one I thought. I was like, oh, Fire Emblem. I wonder what they would do for that. Or what could they do with the franchises that they've already covered to change it up? So, what are your thoughts? Did you have anything come to mind when you saw this question?
Once again, Ice Climbers.
Ice Climbers. Okay. You're in an Ice Climbers mode. I didn't even know you
I
liked
played
this game.
I've played Ice Climbers like 5 minutes in my entire life. I don't know why. Just really feeling some Ice Climbers right now. I don't know what it would even be like, but I mean, yeah, Nintendo Land is just such a good game. I feel like I would even just be okay with like the Legend of Zelda and Metroid ones if they just like had more levels, but it was essentially the same. I'd be okay with that. I mean, if maybe they expanded the Mario Chase, have some more power ups or something, I guess, have some more levels. But yeah, I don't even know what I'd add.
I don't know how they would do Mario Chase.
Yeah, I
Uh,
think you'd need multiple systems
yeah. So I'm going to restrict
pretty
my
much for most of
predictions.
them.
Yeah, I'm going to restrict my predictions to they're adjusting. They're making a full blown sequel, and it's going to work on a single system. That's my prediction because they're not going to want to sell something that's going to require extra peripherals. Uh, I mean, they've done that before, but I just don't. Not not another system. Like it's going to require another system to play it, right?
Yeah, well, I think they could have some like that that
Now here's
are
if they integrate the app and they go full like Jackbox style, that could work. That could work. So someone's playing from the app, doing some game in there while someone else is playing from the Switch itself. So there's an idea, Nintendo, free of charge. Uh,
just please to give us Nintendo Land too.
but I'm gonna still go with it's gonna work off a single system. I think they are going to if they do this, they'll probably take the Mario Party route and lean into using the Joy Cons separately. And so each of the games will have ways, and maybe they'd use the HD Rumble for games, so you can do. There's a game in Wii Party and Wii Party U called Spot the Sneak, and in that game, there's like you just play through a series of mini games, Mario Party style mini games, but one of the players is getting at the beginning of the mini game gets like their controller vibrates and they are the sneak and they have an advantage, but they are trying to play in a way that doesn't give away that they have an advantage, but they also want the most points. So it's that's a fun game that I think would be really fun integrated with a bunch of mini games. So here's my pitch. Spot the Ditto.
Oh,
And you play a bunch of like little mini Pokemon games in a series, and one of you is the Ditto, and you're getting like your Joy-Con will vibrate, and you get an advantage in the game, but everybody else doesn't have that advantage. And then at the end of that mini game, they're trying to spot who was the faker
yeah, that'd be pretty cool.
for some bonus points. So that's a
Plus,
game and a franchise that was not in the original Nintendo Land. There's no Pokemon. I'm kind of surprised by that actually. But I guess they're not really Nintendo, even though they are like first party.
yeah,
Pokemon companies their own. They do their own Pokemon Land. Um, I would love Kid Icarus to be in there, and I think a 3D adventure mode. So basically a sequel to the Metroid 3 or Metroid 3. What was that game called?
the Metroid
Metroid Land.
area. I don't actually know.
Metroid Adventure. Sequel to that, but it's like the Kid Icarus adventure. So you play third person characters that can use weapons, and you're just going through arcade style shooting games. I think what would be really cool with that is if they integrate the different weapons from Uprising. You can in that one you can pick between fists, staffs, which are like snipers and mid-range bows. There's a whole bunch. So if they just had one of each of those that you could pick from for your me to use.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
So there's that one. And we need more Mario Chase like games. I feel like you need those games somehow, but those are so integral with the gamepad. And so I don't know. You got any ideas on how they could do that with single screen?
Yeah, I mean, I have no idea how they could do it with a single screen. Yeah, I can only think of multiple systems. I mean, they could do. I mean, well, no, because there'd always be that the screen peaking and stuff,
Yeah, which
even
the
if you didn't mean to. Because I was thinking maybe you have like the whoever's the Mario running away, his controller rumbles when people are getting close, so you can kind of tell how close and how far they are. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, I feel like as long as they had online, I would be okay with it needing multiple systems.
yeah. I'm just trying to think like how they could get away with it. And have games like Mario Chase, and the Animal Crossing one, and
Yeah, the Ghost, Luigi's Mansion.
Luigi's Mansion's Ghost. So I think for those games, gosh, it's like so dependent on the Wii U hardware. I think I think the Animal Crossing one is still doable. Well, your camera's all sideways. It didn't like adjust. That was weird. Um, I think the Animal Crossing one's still doable. You can have
Yeah,
someone controlling the two characters and the other one's doing that. That one can just be the same and all on one screen. Um, I mean, although they would be able to see you at all times, but it'd become a game of trying to manage. Okay, who's like this guy's up here and this guy's here.
quite as detrimental as like the Mario Chase, which I feel like a lot of the time you're just hiding.
Yeah. Uh, let's see. What else could you do? Could bring back Donkey Kong, whatever the track game was, that
Although that was like the best game, so
for sure. Are there any other franchises you'd like to see added that like are new? You talked about Ice Climbers somehow being added.
I mean, if they follow the direction of Smash Bros, they'll have like 3 Fire Emblem game modes.
Did they not have a Star Fox mode?
I don't think they did, but I'd definitely like to see one of those.
How did we not get a Star Fox game, but they added like the Dancing Octopus game? What? What?
I'd forgot about that game. I'm not gonna lie.
That's the worst game in the pack. It's not bad. Uh, but it's not awesome. But we didn't get a Star Fox game. So something with Star Fox, yeah, for sure. Maybe it's just a like a little arcade version of Star Fox. And they bring Star Fox back is in Nintendo Land. I'd be okay with that. I'd be okay with that for sure. And then Fire Emblem, I think, would be just like the Zelda one. You can use the Joy-Cons to swing your sword. The Joy-Cons to swing your sword in an auto runner of sorts.
Yeah.
And how would they? So, I guess we can go through some of the big ones. What would you like to see for a Zelda game?
Yeah, I don't know. They could keep it the same. I enjoyed that. Give some new levels.
I would just
Different
like
enemies.
I would just like a little mini Four Swords Adventures, like a
Yeah,
top
Four
down
Swords was awesome.
co-op dungeon, and they're just like little mini puzzles. The anniversary edition of that game, if you just reskinned that with Mii's, oh man, That would be great. The 25th anniversary Four Swords Adventures game, because it was just like it was just a bunch of mini levels. It wasn't like there wasn't like full on dungeons and overworld traveling and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be a good one. And then for Mario, I think they would have to change it up. I want Mario Chase in there again because that's like one of the best ones. But maybe it would be maybe Mario Kart. Maybe it's like a little Mario Kart mini game.
Yeah, but you have to be careful about not making it too similar to Mario Kart, I guess.
Yeah. All right. Thank you for the question, LPD. I think we could go on like theorizing and talking about what we'd like for Nintendo Land 2. I don't know. There's so many things that I didn't realize were like so dependent on the gamepad. Obviously, as a whole, I was like, this game's never gonna get ported. But a sequel, I think they would have to drastically change up a lot of those games, and I'd like to see what they do with it. There's a lot of cool stuff with the Joy-Cons and the Switch with HD Rumble and gimmicky type stuff that they could do, and that's what this game kind of would be, I think. Be, hey, look at these cool things that we tried to do with 1-2 Switch.
But we'll do it good this time.
But we'll do it good, yeah. Last question comes from Hambone Johnny. He says, I am dying for some new Mario Kart, either DLC or a brand new game. What characters from Switch games would you like to see incorporated? And he throws out Broodals from Mario Odyssey. And any thoughts for themed levels? What you got?
I feel like you know my answer.
Is it Ice Climbers again?
Ice Climbers, obviously.
I knew it.
Some Metroid. I mostly actually just want to be able to play as a Metroid.
As a Metroid. So his question specifically says Switch games, and there is no Metroid Switch game. Just pointing that out. So what? So from a modern game, what would you? Not that it's not a modern game, but what would you like from a Switch title? For some reason, for me, like the champions from Breath of the Wild came into mind. Like, hey, you can play as the 4 champions.
But you know what is a Switch game? Smash Brothers. And you know who's in Smash Brothers?
yeah.
Sam.
Loophole.
And also his trophy Metroids.
That's true. You get to play as a Metroid. What? So I was just talking about. I think I posted on Twitter that whoever has done the character roster and design for Mario Kart Tour, they need to be hired for Mario Kart 9 because they've got alternate costumes that are awesome. And they've added so many characters. And I'm like, yeah, they just added Shy Guy Ninja. And that's pretty crazy. Like I'm just pumped for that. Did I lose you? You're back on.
And it's going a little wonky.
Yeah. So that's I want whoever is on that character roster project to come to a full mainline game because they added. I like all the alternate costumes. That's a fantastic idea. Alternate costumes for the existing characters. Yes. Yep. That seems to be a big thing on the Switch. You can like. Oh, your audio's gone. If you're talking, I can't hear you. It seems to be a big thing for Switch games in general. With Zelda and Mario, you could change up your costumes for the first time ever, like in drastic ways. So, like Link could have all these different outfits, and Mario and Mario Odyssey could have all these different outfits. So that's what I want. Costumes for the existing characters. As far as like who I'd like to see a character incorporated from a newer game, Shovel Knight. I want Shovel Knight as a playable character in Mario Kart. Your audio's still out, man. We like lost him. His internet went all wonky, and he's gone. And then any thoughts for themed levels? So if we're just going like all out on what we want, I want the Great Plateau as a level, and I would love to see some kingdoms from Mario Odyssey represented, with like the Luncheon Kingdom and New Donk City. Oh, New Donk City would be so cool. Yeah, you still don't have audio. Still can't hear you. I don't know what happened to your audio, man. For those on the video, you can see he's there and trying to say stuff, but so I guess we'll have to wait to hear what Micah's answer is for our next episode. But yeah, those are my picks for themed levels. Let's see. Do you know what I miss in Mario Kart? The levels where you drive on the console. I don't know if I think they started that with the GameCube. There was like a GameCube level where you drove on top of the GameCube, and then there was one where you drove on the DS. And I thought that was super cool. So one where you drive like a battle map where you are actually driving on the Switch, and maybe it's just a Joy-Con. So the track is just like it's a giant Joy-Con in space, and you like drive a figure eight around the buttons and the joystick. That would be pretty cool, I think. And that's kind of an out there pick. Or maybe it's just like you're driving through a game room. Like they have that toy room level in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. But you're driving through like a game room that has all the consoles. And there's like an old NES, SNES, GameCube, N64. All of those you're driving around, and they're integrated into the level somehow. That would be pretty sweet. Well, looks like I have fully lost Micah, so we will wrap up the episode here. Thank you so much for the question, Ambone Johnny, and thank you to everyone in the community that submitted questions this week. Such fun topics. Let us know what you think. Hop on over to our Discord, or maybe leave a comment on the YouTube video if you're watching there, or hit us up on social media with what you think to some of these questions. What would you like to see for Nintendo Land 2? What are you hoping for Mario Kart 9? And what's your top pick for a 99 game? And E3, what's coming for E3? Those are some of our big questions and topics this week. And with that, I guess I'll leave that final invite. Hop on over to Twitter, Instagram, TikTok. Search for Nintendo Pals Podcast in any of those spots, and you should be able to find us. Now, please hop over on your podcast listening app or wherever you're watching or listening to this, and leave us a subscription and a review. That really helps us get seen. We've moved up in the rankings on different platforms. At least last I checked, we were hopping up pretty much closer to the top if you're typing in Nintendo Podcast. So the more of those we get, the higher up in that list will be seen, and that's great for visibility for us and for growing community. All around great stuff. Any housekeeping items? Oh yes, as always, special thanks to VGR for the music that we use for the intro to our podcast. Really like his stuff. Go and give him a listen. Links to that are in the description of the podcast. And with that, I will leave with a closing remark, and that is going to be Ice Climbers. Add 'em to everything, Nintendo. Thanks, y'all. We'll talk to you next time.